The second a screen lights up, your toddler's brain stops searching for real-world physical challenges. It quietly rewires how they handle boredom, frustration, and their very ability to connect with you when the device goes away. But the standard advice to just take the phone away or rely on strict timers completely misses how a toddler's brain actually works. By the end of this, you will have a simple, conflict-free daily rhythm that keeps them deeply engaged without the daily screen time battles. Picture the late afternoon. The sun is dipping, the shadows are getting long, and your toddler is suddenly acting like they haven't eaten in 3 weeks, even though they just had a snack. You are exhausted. Your brain is foggy. The tablet is sitting right there on the coffee table. You know you shouldn't, but you just need 20 minutes to make dinner. So, you hand it over. The whining stops instantly. Their eyes glaze over, and you get your peace. But then, an hour later, you try to take it away, and the house explodes into tears. We need to talk about this moment, because it is the exact moment where modern parenting feels like an impossible tightrope walk. You feel guilty for giving it to them, and you feel completely defeated when you try to take it away. The standard advice tells you to just be stricter, to set rigid timers, to simply say no. But that completely ignores the biological reality of what is happening inside your toddler's developing brain. When a toddler watches a fast-paced, brightly colored screen, their brain is flooded with dopamine. It is a passive, high-reward experience. They don't have to work for the entertainment. It is just poured directly into their senses. Real life, by comparison, is slow. Real life requires effort. Building a block tower takes patience. Digging in the dirt requires physical coordination. When you pull the screen away, you are abruptly cutting off a massive dopamine drip, and their little nervous system goes into immediate shock. That is why they melt down. They aren't being manipulative. They are experiencing a genuine neurological withdrawal. Most parents never notice this, but the way you respond to that initial transition meltdown actually dictates how easy or hard screen time will be for the rest of the week. This is where we need to change the approach. Instead of just snatching the device away and leaving a void, you have to build a bridge. Think about it. If you are deeply engrossed in a great book and someone suddenly rips it out of your hands, you'd be furious. You need a moment to land. For a toddler, that landing pad has to be physical and immediate. When it is time to transition, don't just say time is up. Get down on their eye level, put a hand gently on their shoulder, and introduce a physical bridge to the next activity. Hand them a wooden spoon and say, "I need your help stirring this pretend soup." Or hand them a heavy book and say, "Can you carry this to the shelf?" You are giving their brain a physical task to latch onto, which helps them shift gears without the panic of an empty void. If you want calmer, more confident parenting in a screen-filled world, sticking around is probably the simplest way to stay one step ahead of what your kids are facing. Now, let's talk about the hours when the screens are completely off. This is where a lot of parents hit a wall. You take the tablet away, and your toddler immediately starts whining, saying they are bored and hovering around your legs. The instinct is to jump up and become their cruise director, to invent a game, to entertain them. But there was one real problem with doing that. It trains them to believe that boredom is your emergency and that entertainment is your job. Toddlers actually need to experience boredom. Boredom is the incubator for creativity. It is the uncomfortable space where their brain is forced to look at a plain cardboard box and see a spaceship. But they don't know how to navigate that space yet because screens have robbed them of the practice. So, instead of entertaining them, you change the environment. Imagine this. You set up what early childhood educators call an invitation to play. You don't just dump a bin of toys on the floor, which is overwhelming. You curate a small, specific experience. You put 3 large cardboard tubes on the floor next to some wooden blocks. You lay out a tray with some Play-Doh and a few safe kitchen utensils. You set it up before they wake up or while they are napping. When they come to you saying they are bored, you don't panic. You just point to the invitation and say, "I wonder what you can build with those." What happened next surprised even me, and it completely changed how I viewed toddler resistance. The first time I tried this, my toddler looked at the cardboard tubes, frowned, and said no. I had to resist the urge to jump in and show them what to do. I just stayed calm and said, "That is okay. You can figure it out." About 10 minutes later, the whining stopped. I peeked around the corner, and they had taped the tubes together and were rolling a ball through them. They just needed the space to cross the boredom bridge themselves. But that's only part of the story, because sometimes an invitation to play isn't enough. Sometimes a toddler is dysregulated. Their body feels restless, their mind feels scattered, and no amount of cardboard tubes is going to fix it. This is usually when parents reach for the screen again, because a screen will instantly freeze a dysregulated child. But what that child actually needs is sensory input and heavy work. Toddlers learn about the world through their bodies. They need to push, pull, lift, and squeeze to feel grounded. This is called proprioceptive input, and it is incredibly calming for a developing nervous system. If your toddler is acting wild, climbing on the furniture, or throwing things, do not just tell them to stop. Give their body what it is craving. Have them help you carry a laundry basket. Let them push a heavy chair across the room. Fill a spray bottle with water and let them mist the windows. If you have a safe outdoor space, give them a small watering can and let them water the plants until their arms are tired. These activities engage their deep muscle receptors, which sends a massive calming signal straight to their brain. It is the physical equivalent of a weighted blanket. Once their body feels regulated, their mind becomes open to independent play again. If you are finding it hard to build these screen-free rhythms and keep the peace at home, I put together a free sample chapter of my Parenting in the Digital Age Guide. It breaks down exactly how to set up these daily routines without the power struggles, so you can actually enjoy your afternoons. You can grab that free chapter linked in the description below. Now here's where it gets interesting, because all of this requires energy, and as a parent, your energy is a finite resource. The biggest lie modern parenting tells us is that we need to be actively engaged with our children every single waking minute. If you are playing with them for 8 hours a day, you are going to burn out, and a burned-out parent eventually hands over the screen just to get a break. The part most parents miss comes later, when they realize their child does not actually need them to be the entertainer. They just need them to be present. This is where parallel play becomes your best friend. You set up their invitation to play, or you give them their heavy work task, and then you sit right next to them and do your own thing. You fold the laundry. You drink your coffee. You read your book. You are not ignoring them. You are available if they need you, but you are not directing the play. At first, they might try to pull you in. They might hand you a block and say, "Put this here." You can smile, take the block, put it where they want, and then gently return to your task. You are modeling what it looks like to be happily occupied. Children are incredible mimics. When they see you deeply focused on your own quiet task, their nervous system settles. They realize the world does not revolve around their constant entertainment, and they slowly begin to sink into their own activity. Of course, you cannot do all of this inside. The indoor environment, no matter how well curated, will eventually feel small. Getting outside is not just about burning off physical energy, it is about resetting their neurological baseline. The outdoors provides what scientists call soft fascination. The rustling of leaves, the movement of clouds, the texture of grass, the smell of damp earth after a rainstorm. These natural stimuli engage the brain gently, allowing their attention to rest and recover from the harsh, demanding focus of indoor life and screens. And while you are outside, let them take safe risks. We have become so terrified of our toddlers getting a single scrape that we hover and restrict every movement. But climbing a slightly too high log, jumping off a small step, or balancing on a curb is crucial for their development. It teaches them physical boundaries. It builds confidence. When they navigate a small physical challenge on their own, they get a natural, healthy hit of dopamine. It is the exact opposite of the cheap, passive dopamine from a screen. But even with all the sensory play, the outdoor time, and the parallel play, there is one final piece of the puzzle that makes the screen-free hours actually work. It is the connection bucket. Toddlers will often act out, become clingy, or demand a screen because their emotional cup is empty. They want you. Imagine this. What would happen if you gave them 10 minutes of pure, undivided attention right after breakfast or right when they wake up from a nap? No phone in your hand. No laundry in the background. Just you on the floor, following their lead completely. If they want to line up cars, you line up cars. If they want to read the same book 3 times, you read it. 10 minutes of intense, focused connection fills their cup so deeply that they will often happily go off and play independently for the next hour. They have gotten what they actually wanted, which is you, and they no longer need to use whining or screen demands to get it. What's the one screen-free activity that actually buys you 20 minutes of peace in your house? Let me know in the comments, because I am always looking for new ideas to add to my own repertoire. Keeping your toddler safe, stimulated, and happily engaged without relying on a glowing rectangle is not about being a perfect parent who bakes organic muffins and crafts sensory bins all day. It is about understanding what their developing brain actually needs. They need physical movement. They need to experience and overcome boredom. They need heavy work to calm their bodies. They need to see you modeling quiet focus. And they need deep, uninterrupted connection with you. When you start giving them those things, the screen loses its magical power. It stops being the only thing that can soothe them or entertain them. You will still have days where you hand over the tablet because you are sick, or you are on a long flight, or you just need to survive the afternoon. And that is okay. Guilt has no place in this journey. But on the normal days, you will find that the battles fade. The whining decreases. And you will start to see those beautiful, quiet moments where your toddler is completely lost in their own world, building, creating, and growing simply because you gave them the space to do it.